G'day again, welcome back to Dad vs Son and our playthrough of the complete campaign of Fortress Europa from Compass Games. And we're about to go on with turn 10, which is the second week in August. So, let's have a look at what we've got. Dun, dun, dun. So looking to the north, as you can see, we have the Americans predominantly up here, the Canadians sitting out here outside of Paris. We have the Brits coming down this way. We have the French and Americans who have landed in the Mediterranean area, and that's about it. So, as per usual, let's get into it. We've done the turn record phase. So we're into weather, and we're still in August, so we have a 5, so we still have clear weather. So we're making the best of it that we can, and we go to the air allocation phase. So okie dokie. Normal thing, we'll come over here, I'll set it up, and then we'll go through what we've got and see what the Germans want to do with it. Righto, shan't be long. Rightos, they're fairly straightforward for the Allies. The English SAC bombers are on the V1 side attacks because we want our replacements. The Americans, we don't need to worry about them going after U-boats anymore because they're all gone. The bases are gone, I should say. So they're both going after German replacements, and then all the TAC air is on ground support. Okay, so the Germans have 4 aircraft available for the rest of the month. So I'm going to roll a die, and anywhere between 1 and 4 is the amount of aircraft that they'll have this time. Nope, 5's no good. 1 aircraft this time, and it is going to be at 6, which is ground support. Okay, so 1 aircraft for ground support. There's no counter air, so it's in there ready to go. Righto. Allied replacements. Okay, so we get all of our replacements. We're in August, so the Americans get 3. So they're going to take 2 infantry and 1 armour. That gives them 2 infantry and 4 armour. And the Brits get 2 again, so they're going to take 1 armour and 1 infantry. No, they're going to take 2 infantry. So they go to 10 infantry and remain on 6 armour. Partisans. No partisans. Righto, so let's have a look at our supply capacity. We actually had a unit removed, the 50th, so we've actually got a supply capacity at the moment of 13. This is a post-invasion turn, so that is good, which means we can bring on how many? Sorry. Do, do, do. Blah, blah, blah. Okay, doesn't matter. It's not that important. So replacements. Let's have a look at the Americans first. So they have 2 infantry and 4 tank they can use. Patterns are all good. These are good. These are good. We have 1 infantry there. Hodges are all good. And these guys should all be good as well. Okay, so it's just going to be this 1 infantry here, which will bring up the 79th. Which leaves them 1. Now the Brits, coming down this way, these were all good. These were all good, good, good uns and good uns, and we've got these 2 here. So I'm going to flip both of those, so that's 2 infantry replacements. So we'll knock that down to 8. And we are going to bring back the 50th Infantry Division and put it up here, ready to come back, and that's going to cost us 3, which takes us down to 5. And that is it. Righto, so that's our replacements, and we go into our first move impulse. Right. Let's have a look at what we have. Now, this guy can move 4, 4, and 4. So if we go 1, 2, 3, 4, and then bring both of these down with him. Oh, and in fact, I didn't want to do that, did I? I wanted to bring them over. 1, 2, 3, 4, that way. 1, 2, 3, yep. And 1, 2, 3. And that's that. And I don't know if you can see that, can you? Okay, so I've brought them over here. And then they can come down, spread out a little bit so that he can't retreat anywhere if need be. So that's them. Rightio. So this guy's got 5, 4, 4, and 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, what do we got here? We got 6. Sorry, 4, 5. Now, in mountains, defender doubled. But mountains 8. No, that's not what I wanted. No. On terrain effects. Armoured units had their combat factors halved when defending in rough or city. or when attacking. Nothing about mountains. So he will be doubled. Okay, so that gives them 10. Righto. So this fella here is going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. This guy's going to go 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Like that. He's there. And he can remain control of all of these. Now this fella here is in a city, so he's going to be 4, 8. And we have 5, 10, 15. So we're going to move this guy 1, 2 to there, like that. We are going to bring on 2 French units, which will be the 1st Mechanized Infantry Division. To the Mulberry, and the 1st Armoured Division. So this guy can go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And this guy can go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 into there like that. And for the Americans, so that takes that down by 2 to 11. For the Americans, I'm going to transfer the 2nd, 3rd, fourth, and 6th Armoured Cav battalions to the Mediterranean theatre, but that doesn't count as anything. And I'm going to bring on the Rangers for the Americans, and they will go 1, 2, 3 to there. That takes us down to 10 on our supply capacity. We've brought on 2, 3, and I'm going to bring on the, what else have I got? I can't do that, sorry. Yes, I can. Rangers, I can. I'm going to bring on the 517th Paras as well as a land force, and they go 1, 2, 3 into there. So that brings us down to 9. Okay, so that's movement here done. Then we have in the center here. So I want to bring down this guy, like I said. So he's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, which is good. Go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 over to there. Okay. So the guards here are going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. Into Saint Etienne. Like that. This guy is going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. The poles will go 1, 2, 3, 4. And the 79th will go 1, 2, 3, 4. In fact, those two will go 5, 6 to there. Like that. And Montgomery will move down to keep control of all of these. These guys will eventually fall under Korea. So that's okay. Righto, looking further north. So these guys can't get to Paris to start with. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring these guys around 1, 2, 3 to here. This guy's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in with him. And this guy's going to come around 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 to there. Like that. In fact, now I'm going to leave him with him for the time being. Okay, up this way. A 6, a 6, and a 6. Those three are going up there. And we have a 6, a 6, and a 6. And those three are going up there. And this guy will come forward 1 into there like that. He's just been done, so he's good. Okay, we have 6, which is 12 in there. So this guy here will go 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Patton will come up with his forces. Like this. These guys will go 1, 2, 3. And 1, 2, 3. And this guy will go 1, 2, 3, 4. In fact, these can go straight over there, can't they? 6, 12, 18 to 12. No, we don't want to do that just yet. So all those are there. They've moved, they've moved, they've moved. That leaves us nothing else to move. So we go into the first combat impulse. So I'll set up the combats, come back with the odds, and we can go on through. Rightio, so we're good to go. Okay, so we've got 2 attacks down here. We have a 4-1 with the French and 2 tac air against Blaskowitz, which we'll do first. So 4, 2, 1. For a 3 is a DR. Okay, so let's remove those. Arm in the way. Righto, so a D1, a DR. Attacker retreats all defending units 2 hexes. So he retreats 1 to there. He cannot retreat there or there because he'll be in a zone of control, so they're both destroyed. So Blaskowitz will come back as Balk on the next turn. The August 3 turn. And the 9th Panzer is gone. And that was a 19 unit. There we go. All gone. Righto. So that's done. Righto. We have the Americans attacking into here, and they're using all 4 of the, it was a 1-to-1. Oh, hang on. 4, 8. It's 2-to-1. Yes, 3-to-1, using all of the naval support. 3-to-1 for a 2 is an E2. Ay, ay, ay. Okay. Do I really want to? Okay, I'm going to remove the 2 single units for the paras and the rangers. E2, attacker takes 2, defender takes 1 loss, which is the 242nd, like that. And the attacker retreats all surviving units 1 hex. So we'll retreat them where? Just back to there. That'll do. And all of those are used and done. Okay, so we've cleared them out. We've pushed them out, which is good. Now we'll come up this way for these 2 attacks. Okay, so we have the American infantry under Hodges attacking into Cherbourg. They're using 3 TAC air. The Germans are using 1 TAC air, so that brings it down to a 3-to-1. For a 2, again, so again an E2. So we'll take the 80th. And we'll take the 9th, like that. Germans have to lose 1, so they will reduce the 3rd para down. And they're in a fortress, so they do not have to retreat at all. So German air is gone. And Allied TAC air is gone as well. Right, which leaves us our 5-to-1 up here, which is these armoured forces under Patton against the entrance to Le Havre at 5-to-1. For a 6, should be a DE, I reckon. Yeah. So the 712th garrison in 15 is gone. 712, there you go. And that is done there. So again, that was a damn fine go, and hopefully then we can push into Le Havre itself next time. So those 2 are done as well. Right. Oh, so that's all the combat done. So we go into our second move, impulse. So we'll start up here. These guys can't go anywhere. Atal. And I can't reinforce them or anything else, so I'll just bring Hodges up like that. Over here, we will bring these units up 1 and bring these units up 1, and we will take these units got there. Lots. We'll just leave them there for the time being, I think. So we'll just bring them down 1. There we go, like that. Right. Down this way, I want to bring these units up, so they're going to go 1, 2, 3. Whoops. Like that. So they're in range of Crera now. So they're good to go. So we should be able to hopefully punch into their next turn. Now, down here, we've got this little fella here, sitting there for 6 in Valence. These guys can move through, they can't only move to there, or they go 1, 2, and stop there. Okay, so these guys are just going to go 1, 2 into there, into Lyon. So again, we have Saint-Étienne and our last allied marker. So we'll start bringing him over shortly. Clear him off from the west, start moving them east. Like that. This guy is going to go, in fact, he'll come down 1, 2, and Montgomery will go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we still have these in range. We have these in range. Righto. Down this way. What do we want here? The Mountain Man and these guys. So these can move 2. So we go 1, 2, 1, 2, and a big 1, 2 to there. This guy can go 1, 2. This guy can go 1, 2, 3. This guy will go 1, 2, 3 into there. This guy can go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, which is good. And he'll go 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He's got all of these still, and that's good. And he's got these guys here, which is good. Righto. So these 3 here will go 1, 2, 1, 2 to there. Dempsey's going to go 1, 2 to there, like that. These guys can't move. We'll get rid of all these allied control markers here. We don't care anymore. Not up around Normandy and so forth. We put a destroyed marker on there, on St. Malo. That's all good. Is there anybody else we wish to move? Do we want to go after these guys? Yeah, they have a whole 2 out in the open. And we've got 15. So we're going to go 1 to there, like that. We came through there, so we need 2 more at the moment. So we've got this place, and we've got this place, and we've got this place. And that's our second move. So then we go into our second combat, and we'll have 2 combats. We'll have, 3 combats. So again, I'll work them out, come on back and see how we're going. It won't be long. Rightio. So back again. So we've got 3 combats. This is the only good one for the Allies at a 7-1. And we get a 1, which is a DR, for Christ's sake. So the DR, 2 hexes. We'll retreat them 1, 2, like that. And that's that. My God, a 7-1, and we still couldn't do it. Okay, and now our really shitty attacks. We'll do Cherbourg first, and that's a 1-1. Yeah, I know. For a 6 is a DR, and they don't have to retreat. They're in a fortress. So that was about the best we could really hope for, other than an exchange. And then we have a 2-1 here into Le Havre. A 2-1 for a 3 is an E2. Okay, so we will take the 4th. Yeah. And we will take the 29th. Like that. And they lose the 711th from the 15, which leaves them a headquarters unit which does not have to retreat because they're in a fort, but they're now cut off and are stuffed. Righto, so we're up to the Allied rail control phase. So let's have a look here now. We still cut it off there. We cut it off there. That's still cut off there. Still cut off there. That doesn't matter. In fact, that one was still cut off there. This gets cut off here. This gets cut off here. And this gets cut off here. Like that. Don't care about that because it's coming that way. Don't care about this way because we've got units there blocking them off. So that's about it. That's done. And we go into the supply phase. So again, looking up here, all these are under Kriya is good. All of these are under Pattern. These are all under Hodges, my apologies. Coming down this way, these are all under Montgomery. These are all under Delataire. And these are all under Dempsey. So is good. So from the supply situation, fine. Right, next is the Germans' turn. So that's it. So next turn for the Allies, we should have a good push into Paris. We'll have another go at Cherbourg. We'll take Le Havre. We may be able to take Dieppe as well. All things being equal. We'll start to cut off down south here further and take out these units with the Americans and so forth. What I may end up doing is bringing on an American leader, probably Patch, for the units here, so they can start to move independent of the French, and they can come up this way and take these guys out as the French come through and take out the rest of the Mediterranean forces. They have sufficient for that. And Dempsey and so forth, we'll start to move them east as well, along with these forces with Montgomery. So we need Montgomery to catch up. So they may end up sitting there for a moment before they start to move on, or I may just bring them up anyway and start getting them up there. Because if we can get in and start taking out some of these without having to fight for them, that's going to be a hell of a lot easier. That's for sure. So that's it for the Allies, and when we come back, it'll be turn 10, second week in August for the Germans, who will actually get a couple of reinforcements again, but no replacements again. So as we knock them down, they're not getting anything back, which is good. Everything's been siphoned off to the Eastern Front still, and there's not much they can do about it. So again, take care. I hope you're enjoying. I'm sorry about any errors and screw-ups, but I'm still enjoying this immensely. It's different, that's for sure, and I'd like to really try and do some counterattacks with the Germans, but there's just nothing to do that with. Nothing whatsoever. So I will catch you next time. Bye for now. G'day again. Welcome back to Dad vs. Son and our playthrough of Fortress Europa from Compass Games, and we're going on with turn 10 for the Germans, which is the second week in August 1944. And things are looking crook for them. So let's get into it. So first up is German replacements, and they have no replacement points whatsoever, but they are getting some reinforcements. So they're getting Model, they're getting the 462nd Infantry Division and the 226th Infantry Division, and we are going to place them down in here. So Model is going to go into Strasbourg, like that. And these two infantry divisions are going to go somewhere good, I suppose. I'm going to put the 462nd in here with the SS outside of Strasbourg, and the 226th I'm going to put in Freiburg with the Panzers to try and beef them up a little bit as well, preparing for the English push. Righto, so that's all they've got, and we go on to their first movement impulse. Righto, so let's start here. And we've got 4-3 there. We get a 5-5 there. I don't really want to move any of these at the moment. I don't want to move any of those at the moment. I have these two Panzer divisions that have been beaten up a little bit, which I still want to bring back. So I'm going to bring the 2nd Panzer Division back, and it's going to come into here. And this Panzer Division here is going to come into Aachen and beef that up as well. We have a leader and an infantry in there. We've got this stupid training one. I'm just going to move it down into Namur blah, blah, something. And I'm going to bring this bloke over 1, 2, 3. I've got these two here. This bloke is going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. This bloke will go 1, 2, 3. So they're all done. We have these two panzer divisions here, which really need to block off San Quentin as well at the moment. I'm just going to bring them back to San Quentin. For the time being, like that. Can't do anything with these, can't do anything up here, can't really do anything here unless I run out of Paris. And if I run out of Paris, General von Geyer here is can't run very fast at all. And yeah, I think we need to try and hold Paris as long as we can. Simple as that. So let's look down south. So we've got these units here, which aren't very good. If I bring him up to here, at least doubles him. Not much, but yeah, 1, 2 to there. And we bring this 3, 3 unit up. 1, 2, 3. Like that. This unit can come up 1, 2, 3 to there. This unit can come over 1, 2, 3. I'm going to rail this unit. Chugga, 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 chugga up to here. I'm going to rail this training unit over to Valence as well. And this one here, he's just basically stuffed. He can't rail anywhere and he can't really get anywhere. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, he's just stuck there. Right. And that's good in Marseille. So that's really it. Righto, so we go into their first combat impulse. There's no combat down here. Everything to the north is in a fortress, so they don't have to attack. So that's good because we've just got that headquarters unit by itself and Cherbourg. So there's nothing there. We go into their second move impulse. And I'm going to bring this leader here back into Marseille. Like that. This guy is going to go 1, 2 up into here. And this guy, what do we got here? Sorry. This guy will come up into Marseille as well. Like that. Righto. So looking further over this way, we can bring, we've got this bloke, he's a 4-3. We need to get von Rundstadt back, so he's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, back to there. Coming north, we've got Brussels. So we're going to move the, excuse me, the Luftwaffe infantry into Brussels. And we're going to move the 70th at the moment into Brussels as well. And this guy can only move one. Those are all still good. We have these guys here in St. Quentin, can stay there. Nobody else can move at all. We go into their second combat impulse. There's nothing there. We look at the rail, and again, our rail is cut off here. All this rail is cut off around here and here, so there's no changes there whatsoever. The German supply phase, everything to the south is good. Supplied in fortresses or cities, the same. So no, everybody's good. And we're going to the end of turn segment. We'll remove the can't move markers from the Brits and the Americans. And that's it. And that brings the Germans to the end of their turn again. Very short turn. So I might just tack this one on, I think, to the back of the Allies' turn. So again, as I keep saying, we're building up the West Wall slowly. The Germans will get some more next turn, some SS units, and Balk as a leader, and they also get to flip some training units if they've survived. So that will help a little as well. Again, they still don't have enough to push anywhere. It's basically a holding action, but we are getting there slowly. What else is there? That's about it. So rather than drag it out, I'll just say, stuff it, that's it. And we're back to the third turn in August next turn with the Allies back up again. So take care, be good. I'll catch you later. Bye for now.